This beauty here is my great-grandfather's saw. He owned it and used it for many years before it ended up in my hands. Unfortunately, the years have not been kind to this old saw, so I think that it's time to do some restoration on this one. Before we get started, let's do a little lesson of saw anatomy. The big metal sheet with spikes on one side is called the blade. The wooden part is called the handle. The handle is where you grip the saw and push and pull it to make cuts in wood. It is generally held together with between 3 and 5 bolts that connect to nuts on the other side of the handle that then hold the blade into the handle. Also, a lot of antique and older saws have a medallion on them. This is essentially the brand logo, and it can show you where it was made, when it was made, and by what company. The medallion on this saw is one from Diston. This is a Philadelphia-based saw company that has been making saws for many, many years. This particular model is made between 1947 and 1953. To start off this restoration project, I removed the handle and started sawing off the finish and some weird paint that was put on it many years ago. I wanted to take this off because there was a lot of dust and dirt trapped in it, and by putting a new layer of finish on, it would start looking and feeling like the great saw that it is. Once I finished getting off all the dirt and grime from it, I grabbed some linseed oil. This is a great finish that is pretty cheap and works quickly and efficiently. You must be careful with this though, as a bottle of linseed oil in the right conditions can spontaneously combust. Next, I started tackling and restoring the medallion. The detail on this is a huge part of this saw's history, and I really wanted to make it legible and easy to see. I took some WD-40 and soaked it in that overnight. I also hit it with a wire brush to remove some more of the rust. Next, I started sanding down the saw blade. For this, I'm using mineral spirits to help lubricate the sandpaper. This allows you to really scrape off a lot of that rust while also keeping the heat levels down and avoiding ripping up your sandpaper every 10 seconds. For the saw blade, you can also use white vinegar or WD-40. All of these things will work, but personally I've found that mineral spirits are pretty cheap and accessible and work reasonably well. A wire brush will also help you a lot on this, as well as linseed oil, again, coming in handy. For some reason it cleans quite well and works like a charm. Finally, I started reassembling this saw. By this point, it was feeling totally different from when I had picked it up earlier. Most of the rust was completely gone from the blade, and the handle was feeling smooth and ready for use. Unfortunately, there was one large issue though. The blade itself. It has been worn and used so much that it can almost no longer cut wood. There is a solution to this though. you can use a metal file to help sharpen and reshape a lot of those teeth on the bottom of your blade. Unfortunately, this saw had just been worn so much that I could not restore it to full working capacity, but in the end, it can still cut wood reasonably well. Needless to say, I will definitely be keeping this. Saws like this just aren't made anymore. This saw has survived so many years of use and wear and still is able to be refurbished and remade into a usable and beautiful tool. I will definitely be keeping this, just as a reminder of how good we can make things if we try.